All right. A camera speeds, B camera speeds, audio speeding. Kyle? So
I'll give you the rundown. All right.
Yeah, tell me where it started.
Okay, what we have here is a 1967 GTO convertible, 400 HO with AC. In 67, only 1% of the GTO convertibles got AC. This particular car also has power steering, power top, power front disc brakes, which was also very rare, power antenna, AM/FM radio. So it's a very automatic his and her shifter. It's a very well optioned 67 GTO. I was looking for GTOs a couple years ago, 2-3 years ago, and I was looking through Hemmings,
Yep.
and I came across a 67. It was a gold car, black convertible, and I tried to buy it. I had missed it by about an hour. The gentleman said he had a deposit. Long story short, another gentleman bought the car and sold it at Barrett-Jackson, and it did very well. But anyhow, I asked the guy, I said, do you have any other cars? And he said, I have another 67 GTO convertible. It's white with a blue top, blue interior. I guess there's only one of three supposedly with that combination. And he said, but it's not for sale. So we talked a little and he told me the story. I guess he owned the car when he was 17 years old. He owned it for 33, 34 years. Him and his dad restored it. The father took it everywhere and won all the awards with it. The cars won Concours Gold, AACA GTO Gold, and AACA First Place.
We get asked that a lot. Who restored that car? Who did that restoration? We get asked that a lot.
Yeah, that was done in Chicago, Illinois by a Bloomington Gold certified Corvette restorer. But the car, I kept calling the guy. I would email him every so many months. And then one time he emailed me and said, are you still interested in the GTO?
And this took like, what, 2 or 3 years?
It took about 2 or 3 years. And I said, yeah, I'm still interested in it. And then it took another 3 or 4 months or 5 months for him to come to, we get together on a price and for him to really let go of the car because there was a lot of sentimental value there. And he had every piece of paperwork, pictures from day one with the original owner. The car was ordered with a trailer package, with a trailer hitch. The original owner pulled a motorboat with it. That's why it's an automatic, and the car still has all the original motor trans and running gear and because the car wasn't drag raced. This guy bought it to pull a boat.
He got pictures.
He got pictures and
showing
everything.
him towing
Yeah,
it.
so I have all the window sticker, protecto plate, all the awards, letters from the original owner, complete history. I mean,
Of all the cars we've had, it's got to be the most documented car we've ever had.
it's probably, if not the most, it's one of the most documented cars that we ever had. He restored it with all original parts or NOS parts, which are new old stock parts.
And this car, top's never been down.
Top's never been down on that car. That's an NOS top. It's never been put down since
And the judges, they wanted proof of that top when he took it to the show. To
Yeah,
make sure it was
he
a
has
blue,
it in
blue
the
top.
box, in the trunk. There's swatches of the original top from 67, the booth. I mean, it's just amazing all the stuff the guy kept and did with that car.
But you don't see a lot of cars done like this anymore. You know, numbers matching
no,
like that.
it's getting very hard.
Getting turned into the Pro Touring, Resto mods. They're kind of moving more towards that to find a timepiece like this.
The young guys are hot rodding the cars. I mean, that was a muscle car in its day with a 400, 360 horse. But now the young guys are taking these cars and they're putting LS motors in them and all kind of conversions. So to find a true blue chip matching numbers, original, unmolested, museum quality car, they're getting very hard to come by anymore. They're a dying breed. You know, they've been in collectors' hands, and that's where they are. And like I said, the other ones coming out, a lot of guys are tearing them apart and doing them the way they want to upgrade them, you know. So
and even the history of the restoration, he's got pictures of every piece laid out on the floor.
Yeah, every nut, every screw, every washer, every bolt. It's amazing. I mean, but it took 2-3 years for them to do that restoration.
To do it right like that, yeah.
You know, so it's
and to win all the awards that it's won.
That's another thing too. It's been judged by the best to be one of the best, and that's basically how I wound up with that GTO.
And sometimes it's not the first one that takes years. You kind of get a lead on it, and
you
follow up every so often, and it never seems like you're gonna get it. And then all of a sudden, you get an email or a phone call and says, "You still interested in that car?"
Yeah, and we do. We follow up on it. You know, it's part of the game.